Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Darlington International Speedway. You're watching Real Racing Online TV. We got a great 186 lap race, 185, something right around there. Lap race for you guys, and these guys have been practicing. I know a couple of these drivers have done over 1,000 laps of practice just this week, just getting ready for this race. And I tell you what, I'm really excited. I hope everybody else out there watching right now is. And we're getting ready to start one of the toughest tracks on the NASCAR circuit, Darlington International Speedway. We're going to go real quick to our national anthem, and then after that, we're going to get things kicking off here. Remember, you're watching Real Racing Online TV, broadcasted live on MW Productions. Thank you for watching. Everybody, let's have a great race.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's great glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
They're lining up and they're getting ready for some green flag action here at Darlington Motor Speedway. Starting on the pole tonight is the number 82 of Brian Wirtz. And to his outside, starting in that second position, the 42 of Jeffrey Creek. Starting in P3 will be William Roberts in the 51 car. Danny Sanchez to his outside in P4. And in P6, or P5 I should say, Daniel T. Murphy in the 75 MPR machine. To his outside, starting in 6th position, Jerome Howard in the number 18 machine, Monster Energy Drink Ford Fusion. In the I Courtesy Chevrolet SS, Joel Hamilton starting in that 7th position. In position number 8, we got Zach Colton in the number 99. And in 9th position, we got Mike Rominger in the number 4 car, the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Chevrolet SS. And on the outside of him, Ryan Hendricks starting in P10. In 11th position, we got Richie Evans in the 3 car. In the 12th position, Colin Fern in the number 33. In P13 in the Real Racing Online, Chevrolet SS, Brandon Smith. And to his outside, Randy Shoemake. John Bauer in the 35 and the 24 of Jonathan Hathaway in the Frozen machine. We got Matt Cherry starting all the way back there in the number 48 machine. Lowe's Chevrolet SS, and to his outside, the number 12 of Ross Cato. The 45 of Stephen Masher also bringing up towards the rear of the field, and Matt Wirtz in the Mayer car. Number 81 Machine Ford Fusion, Matthew Wirtz. Jose Pabbins back there as well, and we're getting things going here, folks. Tyler Lund and PJ Losi bringing up the back of the field. This is going to be an exciting one, folks, and I hope that you guys stay tuned to see how this turns out. We're probably going to see some wrecks, but that's bound to happen. And here we go. The pace car is off. The green flag is not out yet, but it's sitting there. It's waiting to be waved. And here comes Brian Wirtz. He's going to bring us to the stripe for the first time for 184 laps here at Darlington Motor Speedway. And the motors are starting to kick up. Here we go. It's racing time at Darlington. And we already got a blown engine. Oh my God, the number 82 of Brian Wirtz. Engine blows on the start. Oh my goodness, and it looks like a little mechanical failure there for the 55 of Joel Hamilton as well. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what happened to Brian Wirtz there, but something happened. Engine failure in the number 82, and the leader now is Jeffrey Creek in the Target Axe car. Right behind him, we've got William Roberts in that nice green Chevrolet SS. And I gotta turn off this damn bed music. There we go. Swear to God that music was gonna last forever. Lap number 3 now that we've just crossed into. Danny Sanchez showing a real strong showing here at Darlington in the Ray Bestis Chevrolet SS as he now makes his way out of 2. Daniel T. Murphy in the 75R MPR machine right behind him. And then we've got Jerome Howard as well. Jerome Howard put in a lot of practice laps. Zach Colton as well also did. So it's no stranger to see them up there in the front. Ryan Hendrick, I'm sorry. That was a Freudian slip. He's up there as well. And Mike Rominger just now passing him in the number 4 car. Everything is looking pretty good so far. No caution flag is out, but the 50 car of Brandon Smith up in the wall, riding the wall there. And now Matthew Wirtz getting a little loose coming out of 2. Everybody's going to be struggling with 2. Brandon Smith still in the wall, still losing positions. Looks like he just might have dumped that thing in the wall and let everybody by to get out of their way. Joel Hamilton, he had a little bit of problems earlier on. Randy Shoemake back there as well. And looks like Matt Cherry is in the pits already. Back to our leader, Jeffrey Creek. Doing a great job so far. Keeping that Target car up in the front of the field. But I tell you what, man, William Roberts is not letting him go that quickly. It's not going to happen that easily. We're going to try to get a little word in here with Brian Wirtz and see what the heck happened here. Brian, this is the Maniac up in the booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Yeah.
What in the hell happened?
I went to shift into 4th. I saw 2 come up. I held the clutch, moved it into 4th, and when 4th engaged, it blew the motor.
Oh, my God. That is crazy. I've never seen that.
All just down the drain.
And it's really bad, too, because we know you had a fast car. And for that to happen, I mean, it's nobody's fault, but I mean, you know, the engine blows, and I've probably seen that one time before.
Yeah, it's just a big bummer.
Well, I'm sorry to see that happen to you, Brian. Any words of encouragement for the rest of our drivers?
Well, hopefully they don't do what I did, miss a shift. I thought I was going to get away with it because I held the clutch in. I was hoping the transmission wouldn't engage, but it did.
Well, is there any hope for it, or is it just completely gone?
No, I went to pits and said too much damage, we're done. It wouldn't even let me go.
10-4, man. Well, I am sorry that happened. I'm going to put you back with your team. Good luck to the rest of your team.
Thank you, Michael.
And as you can see, looks like the 50 of Brandon Smith got wrecked by the 55 of Joel Hamilton. Hamilton struggling early on in this race, and looks like he will probably get the good old black flag EOL as we go back to live here. We're going to hit a real quick commercial break while all these guys are on pit road fighting for position. William Roberts going to beat him out. William Roberts beating Creek out of the pits. The 75 of Danny T. Murphy going to come out third, and Jerome Howard in fourth. We'll be right back. You're watching Real Racing Online TV, MW Productions live coverage of Real Racing Online, the league. Keep your dial tuned in. And we are back, and we are still under caution conditions here at Darlington International Speedway, beating Jeffrey Creek out of the gate of pits, and that would be the number 51 of William Roberts. Good pit stop, just old-fashioned plug and chug, and right out of the pits he goes, and he's in the first position now. He's got the 75 of Daniel T. Murphy, who's been strong so far for the first 10 laps before that caution. The caution was brought out by the 55 of Joel Hamilton, getting into the number 11 car of Brandon Smith, unfortunately. Actually, I think he's car number 50. I don't even know why I said 11. Here we go. Green flag is up in the air, and we're green flag racing again here at Darlington International Speedway. William Roberts off to a great start. Good jump on the field there, and I mean, that is probably the biggest jump on the field I've seen all year long so far. Side-by-side racing back here. Zach Golden on the high side of the 44 of Danny Sanchez. This is the dangerous part right here, coming out of 2. The 24 going down low to avoid of Jonathan Hathaway, and now Mike Rominger is going to get a poised for a position change here, hopefully, as Danny Roper kind of scrapes the wall coming out of 2. Now back onto the straightaway. Everybody's kind of single filed up now. Ross Cato back there around 6th position. Stephen Master around 7th. And the 17 of PJ Lucy not too far behind as well. Richie Evans in the top 10. And so's Jose Pabon. Look at that. Jose Pabon showing some strength early on here in this race. See if he can keep it up. William Roberts, he is just, I mean, for lack of a better term, off to the races as he crosses the stripe about 2.5, probably 2 seconds ahead of Jeffrey Creek. I know Jeffrey Creek's got a fast-ass ride, though, and he's going to be making up some time for sure. Dan Murphy now in third position still, and just kind of keeping chill. Everybody's actually being really chill now, and I like that. Nobody's really trying to pass hard here. Here comes Mike Rominger. Just like I said before, he's going to be coming up on, looking to the outside of Zach Colton. Zach Colton really trying to keep that tight line to the inside. Now up into the wall, the 99 car. Ross Cato looking on the backside of that freaky fast Chevrolet as he kind of checks up a little bit for the 99 of Zach Colton as I lose my place there. We're going to be seeing a battle with them guys in the next couple laps for sure. Ross Cato just taking it easy. PJ Lucy doing a pretty good job tonight. He's still up there. Pavone has kind of, well, he's still back behind Richie Evans, so still doing good. Matt Wirtz just trying to keep pace with Pabone. Tyler Lund back there as well. Colin Fern having a little bit of trouble getting around Darlington. Now about to get passed by the 23 of Randy Shoemake and the 55 of Joel Hamilton. We're actually going to go to the hood now of Jeffrey Creek's car as we see him trying to reel in the 51 of William Roberts. William Roberts doing a great job. And we've seen a great showing from William Roberts last week at Texas. Wasn't able to pull off the win, but he was definitely up in that fight the whole time, along with Brian Wirtz. Blitz Motorsports taking the win away, though, last year. Christopher Perryman taking that win. And Christopher Perryman, I didn't even see him in the field. I don't even know if he's here. Top 5 thus far: William Roberts, Jeffrey Creek, Daniel T. Murphy, Jonathan Hathaway, and Jerome Howard. And Creek now definitely reeling in the back end of that 51 machine as the 51 looks like he's starting to lose a little grip. Looks like Creek might be starting to capitalize on that. Daniel T. Murphy still not too far behind. Going on board with the number 75 of Daniel T. Murphy. No caution out yet. 19 laps on now. We're looking for 165 left to go with only one lead change, and that lead change is right in front of us right now. Barely eking out of the pits just in front of Jeffrey Creek, but a huge, huge jump on the start, which was an awesome start for William. And here we go. We're going for the pass. We're going for the pass. Here it comes. He's got it down low. Jeffrey Creek down low underneath the 51 of William Roberts. William Roberts just a little into the little tail happy there. Getting into the outside wall, going into 1, now out of 2. Jeffrey Creek's secured the lead for this time being. And I don't even know what I'm talking about lately. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We had a little bit of a kerfluffle before the race that we had to take care of, so I wasn't really prepared. Usually I'm a lot more prepared than this. Daniel T. Murphy now on the low side of the 51. And, oh! Jonathan Hathaway in the wall. He's going to be losing some positions here. It looks like the steering might be knocked out of that machine. And he's getting it down off the track. No caution out. And that might be the end of Jonathan Hathaway's day as he takes her to the pits. Looks like he's going to take that number 24 car and take the old solemn left-handed turn down back behind pit road and see what happens later on in the development of that car. A lot of people still getting really loose off of 2, one of them being the 17 of PJ Losi, as he is now looking like he's going to be taking that thing down pit road. Unfortunate turn of events for PJ Losi. We'll see if he's in TeamSpeak here. Try to get a word with him. I don't see him. He's not in there, so we can't talk to him. And he is parked in the 17 machine. We'll see if he actually backs out or if he's going to stay on the track. He's getting it fixed, so he might be sticking with us. Let's go back to our leaders real quick. Jeffrey Creek still your leader. And let's see what kind of a lap time he's pulling around this thing right now. Getting real close to that wall. And 28.480. Right behind him, Daniel T. Murphy. Not too far behind. He was a 25.0. So, I mean, not too bad. He was a 5.0. To the 4.84 of Jeffrey Creek. He is not that far off the pace. And now Creek making his way up onto his first lap car of the night. The 48 machine of Matthew Cherry going a lap down now, and Daniel T. Murphy will be the next one to get by him. And I believe Matt Cherry's was already 3 laps down. That'll make him 4 laps down now. Jerome Howard back there in 3rd. He's still staying with it. Rominger in 5th. Cato in 6th, Danny Sanchez in 7th, Richie Evans in 8th, 9th, Matt Wirtz, and now Tyler Lund is taking that top 10 spot. And Jose Pabon, let's check in on him real quick, see where he's actually at on the track. He does have some right front damage and getting real loose coming out of 2. He does control that number 22 machine down to the inside wall, and it looks like Jose is going to be going to the pits. No caution flag out yet. 27 laps now down of 183. And look at Creek just own this track. Opening up that 42 machine, getting away from the number 75 of Murphy, who's being trailed now. He's gotten actually into the 2nd position around William Roberts finally. William Roberts is dropping back to 3rd position. William Roberts not having a bad day, but now... Oh, that's the 17 of PJ Losi. He did come out of the pits. He's a lap car now. Pretty much cannon fodder for the rest of the field. Let's check out the results here. Creek now in 1st, Daniel Murphy in 2nd, William Roberts in 3rd, Jerome Howard in 4th, Mike Rominger in the 5th position. Cato, Sanchez, Richie Evans, Matt Wirtz, and Tyler Lund are going to round out your top 10. And out of the retired bunch, we got John Hathaway retired, Matthew Cherry retired. Ryan Hedrick is still in this thing, but 16 laps down, and Brandon Smith has retired. Matt Wirtz retired. And Seth Frazier. And I tell you what, I was practicing with these guys earlier on this week. This racetrack is unforgiving. And I say that because we have run so many practice laps together on this racetrack today. You've seen Jose getting loose at it too. It happens to everybody. It's happened to everybody at least once, if not 500 times in the practice sessions that we ran this week. Next week, we're going to Richmond, though, folks, and that one's going to be a good one. That one's going to be a barn burner. I tell you what, a lot of people love Richmond. Maybe we'll see the resurgence of the number 5 car, Brandon Frontopole, next week. Hopefully so. He is good at Richmond, and that's like his favorite track, so... Everybody's got their favorite track. That just happens to be Brandon's. Lap 40 of 183 down now. These laps are clocking away pretty quickly. Only one caution for 4 laps so far. 2 lead changes, with Creek getting that lead back from the 51 of William Roberts. And 144 to go. Everybody is spread out pretty good. It looks pretty good so far. And looks like Creek passing yet another lap car. Randy Shoemake, putting Randy Shoemake down a couple more laps here. Now working up on the back end of the 33 of Colin Fern. Colin Fern taking the high side, letting Creek down low. Pulls down the window net and waves him on by. And now the 75 going under Randy Shoemake, as well as the 51 of William Roberts. Ooh, Roberts getting real loose there. Coming into 1. Woo! Roberts still getting loose. Lost a lot of traction with that transaction. I did not mean to make that rhyme, but it did. So Creek is going so fast that he is putting this whole field to shame. John Booger taking the 35 machine down onto pit road, and there are a lot of people coming up in Creek's front window there. Everybody just kind of getting off the track, getting out of his way, and that is the polite and gentlemanly thing to do. Still 138 laps to go here. You're watching Real Racing Online, presented by MW Productions, live on YouTube. We'll be right back.
In a world where survival is the only rule and feelings have no place, where winning is everything and weakness is fatal, how much difference can one person make? That depends on the person. In every life, there is a line that cannot be crossed without leaving everything behind, except faith. Once that step is taken, there is no looking back, and all that lies ahead is destiny. There is no looking back, and all that lies ahead is destiny.
back once again. Still chugging away at the laps here. Lap 51, now going into lap 52 of 183 with 133 to go. Green flag pit stops have not taken effect yet. Daniel T. Murphy still clinging on to that second place. William Roberts barely holding on to third as the number 18 of Jerome Howard is behind him now, but I think Jerome Howard might be a lap down. William Roberts having a tough time controlling that car. Now the 33 of Colin Fern underneath. Looks like he's going to give up the ghost and let him stay in front of him. Look like a lot of cars hitting pit road. 75 of Daniel T. Murphy hitting pit road right now. We're going to see what he gets done on his car. Probably 4 fresh tires and Sunoco fuel for the 75. Pabone's down in the pits as well. John Booger's still down in the pits, probably getting damage fixed. Richie Evans down in the pits. The 99 is Zach Colton as well.
Caution's out, caution's out.
And there comes the caution. That could be bad for Daniel T. Murphy. Darlington is quite a tough track. It's definitely not one of the easiest. Daniel Murphy getting his lap back there. as the field, no doubt, is probably getting settled back in for a run here. Let's get a little talk in with our leader, Jeffrey Creek. Jeffrey Creek, this is the Maniac Mike Woolley up in the booth. Do I got a copy?
Yes, sir.
How's it going, man? I see you're down there hanging out with Dark Horse Racing right now. How's the car feeling so far? You and William Roberts putting on quite a show in the first half of that last run.
It's going good, man. The car feels really good. I don't know what happened to Roberts there. I think he tagged the wall once. He had some damage he had to repair, but overall, it's not going bad.
Well, how's it feel right now? Is it still feeling pretty stable, or on that late on that run, was it starting to get loose at all?
A little bit, not too unbearable or anything, but it definitely gets a little bit loose. It's going to feel kind of weird to be running on 4 fresh tires, but overall, not too bad.
Well, that's good to hear. I see you're still in command of the race. Now, on that last restart, though, William Roberts, man, I mean, he took off like a shot.
Yeah, some of us are starting in 3rd gear, just so we don't spin the tires. I think he started in 2nd, but yeah, I might give 2nd a shot this time. Hopefully I don't take anybody out.
Well, good luck, buddy, and I'm going to put you back down there.
All right, thanks.
A little word in there with Jeffrey Creek. As the green flag's about to drop once again over top of Darlington. Here we go! Only 2 cautions thus far in this race, which is actually really good. And me just finding out that someone locked my keys in my car and I let them borrow the car tonight. That's just awesome. William Roberts playing a little bit of an aggressive tendency here. Going into 1. Oh, gets the 26 loose of Tyler Lund. Creek still out in the lead. Now in 2nd position, the number 4 of Mike Rominger. The 81 of Matt Wirtz back there in 3rd. Great showing for him so far. Ross Cato in 4th. Nancy Murphy bringing up that 5th position, and Tyler Lund in 6th. Danny Sanchez in 7th. Jerome Howard all the way back there in 9th. Richie Evans in 10th. Top 10 looking for look at old Richie Evans there. Up there. Somebody smoking. Definitely seeing smoke out on the track. Don't know who it was. Oh, and it's the number 22 of Jose Pabon. I don't know what happened there, but we're going to get a word with him real quick and find out exactly what's going on. Jose Pabon, this is Maniac Mike Woolley up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, copy there.
What happened, man? I see you're smoking.
Yeah, there's too much damage. I'm done.
I'm sorry to see that, Jose. It is a tough track, though, man, and you knew it coming in.
Oh, yeah, I expected that. This was not a track that was going to favor me at all. That's all right. There's the next one.
Well, sorry to hear that, Jose. And Richmond coming up next week. What do you got to think about that?
I actually like Richmond. Richmond is one of my favorite tracks. I hope to do better, much better there.
Oh, I'm sure you will. You like the track, Richmond, and I think we're going to be under the lights, I believe.
Better yet. I actually enjoy driving it at night.
So that will be a different set of pace for us than what we've been used to this year.
Yes, I would like something open. These tight quarters have been very tough this season. The first 7 out of 7 tracks, we've gotten 4 short tracks, and it's just been very, very difficult.
Well, going along with the NASCAR season, it wasn't going to be easy, and everybody knew it coming in. We hope to see you next week, Jose.
Not a problem. I'll be here. Thank you, Michael.
All right, fix that webpage.
I will.
All right, buddy. Jose Pabon giving us the lowdown, the 411 on the 22 machine. The 22 machine is done for the night now. Checking in on our top 5. Jeffrey Creek, Mike Rominger still in second place. Matt Wirtz holding on to third place. Great showing for Dark Horse Motorsports. Also on Dark Horse Motorsports, Daniel T. Murphy in 4th. Ross Cato right now in 5th. Tyler Lund starting to peek up on the back of the number 12, Ross Cato in the Google Chevrolet SS. As now Lund looks to the low side, he's just trying to find a safe way around the 12. 12 not giving any room, not wanting to give it up. Only 112 laps left to go in this race. Looks like the old Axe Target Chevrolet of Jeffrey Creek has made it past yet another lap car. The 23 to Randy Shoemake. Randy Shoemake dives down low to let Rominger and Matt Wirtz keep their run going. Matt Wirtz just driving the tires off that thing. Usually we see Matt in the middle of the pack or the back of the pack, and he's there tonight, folks. He's up in the top 3. Matt Wirtz. Awesome showing. Rominger just not giving up the ghost today. I tell you what, he is running the tires off that thing. I think that boy's looking for a win.
Caution down now, caution is down, caution is down.
Caution back out on the field. Don't know who it's for, but we're going to try to find it real quick. Oh, Randy Shoemake, no! Oh my goodness. Oh, taking out PJ Losi. Losi's night's over. Shoemake's night's over. Getting loose coming down that front stretch, unfortunately, and I think we're not going to be seeing Shoemake out there unless he can get that thing fixed. That one looked like it hurt, I tell you what. With that being said, 78 of 183 down. We all knew it was going to be hard coming into Darlington tonight, and it definitely has been. We'll be back right after these messages. You're watching MW Productions live broadcast of Real Racing Online, live on YouTube.
Hi, I'm Todd Malmstrom, driver of the 75M Ford Mustang GT. This is what I do by night. And this is what I do by day. I sell new Fords, and I've got the best selection of used inventory that you could ask for. Come see me down here at Central Ford.
Are you tired of getting hassled at the dealerships? Looking for a salesman that knows what he's talking about? Are you looking to buy a new or used car? Then look no further! Sexton Ford Moline, Illinois has the biggest selection of new or pre-owned vehicles, and Todd Malmstrom is the salesman you want. Todd is an expert when it comes to cars, and if you don't believe me, then you should see him race on a Sunday night. With his top-notch professional customer service and expertise, he will make sure you go home in the right car for the right price. No hassle, no haggling. Todd will make sure that you're happy when you leave the lot with your new or pre-owned vehicle. Remember, Sexton Ford may be the talk of the town, but so is Todd Malmstrom. If you're in the market for a new ride, then buy one from a winner. Todd Malmstrom at Sexton Ford Moline. Live again here at good old Darlington, where we had another caution there, unfortunately taking out the number 23 of Randy Shoemake. Tough race, as we're going to go on board with good old Matt Wirtz sitting in P3. for the start of this race.
Rolling good, rolling good.
I tell you what, the start of these restarts and the actual start of the race was actually pretty good, getting a lot of laps in there. Awesome to see these drivers able to control these cars around Darlington. Darlington is not to be taken lightly. We'll just put it that way. Wow, William Roberts getting real loose. He is dirt tracking that thing coming out of 2. He is trying to make up some time here. And who could blame him? Danny Sanchez looking for a real strong finish here at Martinsville, or the big Martinsville, Darlington, I should say. Now the 35 of John Booger in the wall. He's just going to keep it up there, let everybody by. That's going to put a lot of damage on the 35 machine. Another Kyle Larson lookalike car. And that car is definitely not steering now. He is fighting that thing every step of the way. That was a lot of damage he took in turn 1, and I think he might be bringing that thing down pit road. You can see the tires turning on that thing. Yeah, he is definitely going to be bringing it down pit road. Great job of keeping it out of everybody's way and just kind of taking the punishment. He's going to take it back there behind pit road, looks like, and get that thing fixed. Back to our leader, Jeffrey Creek, though. Let's see what kind of lap times he's running. 27.960. Oh, that is a fast time. And Matt Wirtz, just to give you kind of an idea of what's going on here, Matt Wirtz in second place right now. He's running a 28.151. So almost 0.3 of a second off the pace. Now Rominger joined right there by the 75. 75 looking for a good showing today. Got his new sponsor on the car, NPR Setup Analyzer. If you go on Google, check that out, NPR Setup Analyzer, and buy that. That's what he's running right now, is a setup that they worked off that analyzer just this week. And running 4th position, not too bad so far. Pretty easy to do. You just take your setup, run a few laps on it, throw it in the analyzer, tell the analyzer exactly what's wrong with the setup, and it'll tell you what to fix. Well, look up the MVR Setup Analyzer on Google today. Doesn't cost too much, and it is a great tool to have, especially when you're a sim racer on iRacing. And looks like Daniel T. Murphy making short work of Mike Rominger there for that lap and getting right by him. Matt Wirtz with a little bit of trouble getting loose out of that turn. Now Daniel T. Murphy's going to take that second spot. The old NPR stand-up analyzer's working for him today, I tell you what. William Roberts back there in fifth. Still kind of struggling with a loose race car, it looks like. 91 laps to go. 93 have been completed. We're over halfway, folks, with only 2 lead changes and 3 cautions. This is turning out to actually be a damn good race for Real Racing Online. And, you know, we changed over to Real Racing Online from No Limit Racing last week. Change of ownership from Brandon Fronopole to myself, Michael Woolley. I do now own the league. And want to give a good shout out there to Brandon. Without him, none of this would be possible. And he's still a member of the league. He's just not here tonight. And hopefully we can get him in here for the Richmond race next week. The one track I thought we'd see the most cautions, we've seen the least amount of cautions this year. Darlington International Speedway, who would have thunk it? And I can't believe it has only been about an hour and we're almost to the 100 lap mark. 99 of 183 down with only 85 laps to go this time by. It looks like John Booker's back out on the track. He's going to definitely keep it up there and try to make some laps back. Let's check the results, though. Jeffrey Creek in first, Daniel T. Murphy in second, Mike Rominger in third, Matthew Wirtz in fourth. We got William Roberts in that 51 machine. He's in fifth place. Ross Cato in the 12. He is now in sixth. Tyler Lund in seventh. Danny Sanchez in eighth. Richie Evans in ninth with Jerome Howard in 10th. Stephen Mastro down 4 laps, but still in the good fight in 11th position. Joel Hamilton in 12th. 5 laps down. 8 laps down would be the number 33 of Colin Fern as he's on the screen right now. Zach Colton down 20 laps. Randy Shoemake has retired from the race. John Booger, he might be down 32 laps, but he's still in the fight looking to make up some positions. PJ Losey down 48 laps, but he's still in here. Ryan Hendrick down 48 laps as well. He's still in the race. Jose Pabon has retired. Danny Roper, which is John Hathaway, he has retired. Matt Cherry's retired. Brandon Smith is retired. Brian Wirtz is retired. And Seth Frazier has retired as well. We've finally passed that 100-lap mark. We're now on 182 of 83 laps with only 82 laps left to go. 3 cautions thus far. 2 lead changes. Great race so far. Your leader right now, Jeffrey Creek. And I think the key to success here right now for this race has been the lapped cars know, let's just get the hell out of the way, and it'll make for a better day for everybody. As you see, Booger now, he's just kind of sitting right in front. He's actually still putting on pretty good lap times, but look at that. Gets out of the way of the leaders, lets the lead pack by, and he's going to join the field again. And that is a mark of a great racer right there. Knowing when he's been defeated, but he can still make up positions. He's still in this thing, getting out of everybody's way, letting them race their race. My hat's off to John Booger right there. Now, in my professional opinion, I don't think we've seen the last of William Roberts. He's currently running 5th or 6th position now. I don't think his day is quite over. We've seen him going really fast earlier on, and it looks like he's developed some sort of a push in and kind of a looseness out situation with that 51 machine. If we do get another caution, we'll get him in here and we'll talk to him about it. But as of right now, doing a great job, and I don't think that's the last we're going to see of him up in the front runners. Still green flag pit stops left to go here. We might even have 2. I don't know. Not sure what the fuel ration is on this track. Looking like they're able to conserve it pretty well, though. 77 laps to go now. Jeffrey Creek probably still our leader here. We're going to catch up with our leader right now. Yeah, he's still leading this thing. Crazy amount of speed in that machine, and we were talking to him just a little bit ago. Like when we first came to this track to start practicing at the beginning of at the end of last week, he hated this track. He absolutely hated it, and he still doesn't probably like it very much, but he's bad fast here, and he's showing it tonight. First place, Jeffrey Creek, the 42 Target Kyle Larson Axe machine. Checking out on this field. And I tell you what, this is really the battle on the track. Matt Wirtz, Mike Rominger, Daniel T. Murphy kind of swapping back and forth. One will get loose, the other one will get by, then that one will get loose, and then Mike Rominger will be back in 3rd position. This is a great battle shaping up for 2nd position. Daniel Murphy, I know, for Dark Horse Motorsports, made a setup earlier this week, and him and Matt Wirtz are both running that setup. So give it up to NPR Setup Analyzer. Doing a great job keeping these guys on the forefront of this pack in 2nd and 3rd position. Dark Horse Motorsports looking for a great finish tonight. And it looked like Zach Colton was coming back out on the track, and yeah, he is going to make that Ford Fusion back out on the track here. Monster Energy Drink Ford Fusion back on the track. And he's going to try to tail up some laps and tally up some laps, I should say. Try to make up some positions on this field and maybe put a dent in that whole points championship. I tell you what, Colin Fern, John Booger, everybody that's a lap down has been doing such a great job staying out of everybody's way. A good race like this wouldn't be possible if you didn't have those people that knew how to take and knew how to give and where they should do it at. But these guys seem to be running a great race, and they know exactly what they're doing. And we've only got 72 laps to go. We're only an hour and 9 minutes into this thing. They might beat the land speed record for, we only do 50% races here, so this is a 50% race of what the actual NASCAR drivers would actually drive. We're on task right now to beat their record by far at Darlington. And that would be a feat in itself for sim racers to be able to beat the overall average time for halfway through a race. And I don't know if anybody's going to be watching the race this weekend at Darlington, but keep your eye on the clock. From the start of the race to halfway, we'll see if we can actually beat their time. Look at this battle. Teammates just up there working together. 75 of Murphy, 81 of Wirtz. I keep going back to this group because this group has been the closest racing we've seen all night so far. We're actually going to go back to Rominger's car here. Take a couple laps around the track and see what he sees. Losing a little bit of time there on that second place battle. And lap cars getting out of the way, let them get things done here. No better place to race. Check it out. Real Racing Online. If you're interested in joining us, look us up on the league page on iRacing. Or just go to www.realiracingonline.com. Real Racing Online was taken by some Japanese porn company, so we had to go with realiracingonline.com. But check it out. Go up there today. Sign up for MPR. Sign up on the page on iRacing. You could be here next week with us at Richmond International Speedway, racing it out with the Real Racing Online boys. You could be on this broadcast next week. Well, I tell you what, it has definitely given William Roberts a chance to, with the lapped cars and everything, to catch back up to these guys. And Mike Rominger has made no short task of catching up to him himself. Here he is. He's now back in the hunt for that second position battle. I think they're coming up on the 44 of Danny Sanchez now. Sanchez down low. Yep, it was Danny Sanchez. Oh, big check up there by Daniel T. Murphy. The 81 of Matt Wirtz getting into him. That gives Mike Rominger the time he needs. And oh, 81 looking low. No, he's not going to pass him. Don't want to wreck your own teammate, that's for damn sure. Daniel Murphy is out. He's out of there. I think this might be green flag pit stop for the old Murfinator. And hopefully this time, going through the pits, he won't be coupled by a caution again. We'll see if his voodoo luck holds out here.
Driving like dog
Daniel
shit.
Murphy.
Hey, what's up, bud?
This is the Maniac Mike Woolley up in the booth, man. How's it running?
It's got a little damage. It's okay. Not as fast as I want it to be.
Now you're in. Is this a green flag scheduled pit stop for the 75 machine?
Yes, it is.
All right. And what's the website address to go to MPR Stand-Up Analyzer?
It is www.setupanalyzer.com.
10-4, man. I see you're getting back on the track. We just wanted to check it out. 4 tires and Sunoco fuel for the 75 Hoosier MPR Setup Analyzer machine. And which means we'll probably be seeing the 81 come down shortly. Or maybe even the 42 of Creek. Creek has not pulled it down pit road yet. Everybody else is starting to make their pit stops now. But we're keeping our eye on the 42 machine, see when exactly he goes down. Still no signs of slowing down on the backstretch. Still keeping that 42 machine mean and lean. That is a racing machine, folks. He's got that thing dialed in. Remember, if you're a part of the Wednesday night Gen 6 group, open setups. Run what you brung, baby. As long as it passes tech. And here we go. Jeffrey Creek's going to pull her down. This is probably going to be the last pit stop of the night, barring any cautions. Check up. 81 of Matt Wirtz is inside pit road. He's gotten 4 fresh tires of Sunoco fuel. He's out of there. The 12 of Ross Cato also on pit road right now. Getting 4 fresh tires and Sunoco fuel in that machine. You just see the 42 of Jeffrey Creek just now passing him. The 12 is down off the jacks, and he's starting to make his way out of pit road. Creek is now pitted, and the right side is coming up. Right side down, they all scramble to the other side of the car, and they're up. The tires are off, the new tires are on. Fresh cans of Sunoco fuel in that race machine. Fresh Goodyear Racing Eagles, and he's back out onto the track. A great stop for Jeffrey Creek. Only about 13.2 seconds. With green flag pit stops now being cycled through, we're going to take you to a real quick commercial break. You're watching MW Productions live coverage of Real Racing Online. Keep your dial tuned here, live on YouTube.
Trucking has always been a part of me. It started years ago when my dad and granddad were hauling vegetables to market in Liverpool. The family immigrated to Canada in the late 60s and settled near Alliston, Ontario. I bought my first truck in 1982 and Mercer Trucking was born. Today, Mercer Trucking has over 50 trucks in terminals in Toronto and Los Angeles. Our storage facilities at both terminals can handle any size of distribution needs throughout North America. We service the continental U.S., including Hawaii and Alaska. We run over 120,000 miles per month and some of the best equipment on the road today. We specialize in less than truckload shipments, show freight, we do rush team service deliveries, and haul your refrigerated or heated product. Our regular team service from Canada to California is second to none, and our staff and drivers are among the best in the business. I'm proud of our people and what they can achieve. Trucking is in my blood, it's my livelihood, and it's what I do best.
148 of 183 down with only 36 laps left to go. Jeffrey Creek still your leader here on Real Racing Online. Remember, check us out, Real Racing Online. Check it out, www.realiracingonline.com. Also, check us out. You can apply on the league page on iRacing. You could be here next week with us. We're going to Richmond, so if you like Richmond, get in now. Apply. Only $1 a week to race. $5 payout and a $5 random draw as well. Oh, and the caution is out. Caution number 4 on the track. Looks like Tyler Lund. As we go back on the MW Production instant replay real quick. Coming up on the back end of the 44 of Danny Sanchez, checks up. And then 33, Creek nearly missing that whole transaction there that happened. And Lund getting into a little bit of trouble. It was getting a little bit of congested. Not a big deal, though. 4th caution of the night with only 34 left to go. Not too dang bad. Good race so far. We're at the hour and 28-minute mark. Oh, and Tyler Lund's car blows right there. That's it. That's the end of his day. See if we can't get a word from Tyler Lund if he's in here. Tyler Lund, this is the Maniac Mike Woolley up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I'm not talking right now.
Don't want to talk?
Fine, I'll talk.
Cena got a little congested up there. Got behind, I believe, Danny Sanchez, and the 33 of Colin Fern wasn't able to check up in time. You had a pretty decent race, keeping the car pretty clean all race long. Was it just the front end damage that made the car blow?
Yeah.
I know you're upset about being out of the race and everything, but you did have a good run going. Did you think you had any chance whatsoever to get back on the lead lap?
My car blew up. So, no.
I meant before your car blew up.
I was on the lead lap.
10-4. Tyler, I can tell you're pretty upset right now. I'll put you back in your room, man.
Well, it was my teammate. I mean,
10-4.
I don't know what Danny Sanchez was doing up on the racetrack, going 50 miles per hour slower than everyone else. I mean, I had to hit my brakes not to hit him for some reason.
Yeah, you definitely had a lot of speed coming out of there compared to what Danny was running. Unfortunate end of the race, but it has been a good race so far. Tyler, we're looking forward to seeing what you can do at Richmond. You think you got anything for these guys at Richmond?
Let's hope so. Yeah, if I don't, this is the 8th week in a row I've been caught up with lap cars or wrecked cars, so hopefully this won't continue to happen.
10-4. Well, have a great night, Tyler. Wow, that was awkward. I'll tell you that much. Tyler Lund, none too happy. That, you know what? You always got to look at the glass being half full, not half empty. And everybody's run a pretty good race so far. You know, some guys are just slower than others, and that stuff is going to happen. You gotta learn to have fun. Let go. Lights on the pace car are off, and we're about to go green flag racing once again here. Jeffrey Creek, your leader right now. Matthew Wirtz right beside him. No show from Daniel T. Murphy. I don't know where he is or what he's doing. Here he is. I don't even know if he's in the top 5 right now. He's not. Might have went down and got some tires there for the old 75 machine.
78, but for your flat tires.
And here we go, here we go, here we go. And it looks like they might have called the yellow again. So the pace car will make its way back out. Do an extra caution lap here. One thing that these drivers know, you can't just go balls to the walls when you're coming up to lap traffic. You've got to take it easy, and I guess that's just patience, and patience comes with age. We're going to have a talk with Seth Frazier here real quick.
Green, green, green. Everything's rolling good, everything's rolling real good.
Okay, and the green flag's out. Here we go again. That was a weird start, but we're starting again. Don't exactly know what happened there. But we are back to green flag racing. Zach Colton just holding on for everything he's worth. Rominger back in 4th position. 5th, Daniel T. Murphy. Actually 4th. Daniel has moved up a couple spots now. He's running 4th. Ross Cato in 5th. Only 28 laps to go on this field. We're going to see if Matt Wirtz has anything for the old 42 of Jeffrey Creek. As we do it, crank it up style. There's that beautifully painted number 12 machine of Ross Cato. The Google car. Doing a great job staying up there. As I hit the wrong buttons. Great job staying up there in 5th position. And now he's got to get around the 35 John Booker. John Booker goes low, lets him by. Says, go on by, have some fun. We're coming down to it here, folks. 23 laps left to go. That's it. And this thing will be over. Everybody's worst fear, Darlington. Only 4 cautions so far. Great job by all these drivers. Tell you what, though, Matt Wirtz not giving up the ghost just yet. He's still on the back end of that 42 Kyle Larson machine of Jeffrey Creek. Jeffrey Creek looking for a win here tonight. Looks like Creek's starting to check out on the field again, this time by only 13 laps left to go. Give you one more real quick rundown here. Jeffrey Creek in the lead. Matt Wirtz about 0.8 seconds back, almost a second back. Mike Rominger 1.1 seconds back. Daniel T. Murphy 7.9 seconds back. Ross Cato back 14.4 seconds. Only 5 cars on the lead lap so far. 10 laps left to go. We want to give a real quick shout out to James Thorndike, who couldn't make it tonight. He is taking a provisional point for tonight, so he will get last place points out of how many ever cars raced here tonight. James Thorndike is in Southern Illinois right now with his boy. They found a lump on his leg. They had to get it surgically removed, so that's where he is. So all of our hearts and prayers are with him, and hopefully everything comes out all right. So good luck to your boy there, James. Back to racing. The second place battle is heating up as they try to get around the 45 Steve Mastro. Mastro finally getting out of the way. Just pretty much extended Creek's dominance out to an unreachable distance here as we're keeping it on camera 3. I know we're staying with the same camera shot here, but it kind of gives a good idea of where they are on the track, especially when they come down the backstretch. Well, Creek's car still running pretty strong. Now 7 laps left to go. Now with only 6 laps left to go, the second place battle is the only battle on the track right now. Matt Wirtz and Mike Rominger battling it out there. This is the battle on the track for second place, and it's the only real battle that we see. Oh, they get into it just a little bit there. Looks like Rominger might have given old Wirtz the bump and run there. Now down to the inside. Wirtz, oh, they're almost touching. They're almost touching. Wirtz getting loose on the outside. Mike Rominger is still holding down the inside. Rominger's going to sweep it into one here. Now that's going to push him up to the wall. It's going to give Matt Wirtz a little bit of a run there, coming off of 2. As he scrapes the wall just a little bit, Mike Rominger has taken the second position away from Matt Wirtz. I don't know if it'll last, but he's there right now. Veteran move there. Giving him the old bump and run going into 3. Looks like it did pay dividends. He passes go and collects $200. Mike Rominger takes second position. And looks like that battle is over. Rominger kind of starting to check out now. Three laps left to go. Good old Creek still in the lead there. The old creaky door ain't creaky no more. 3 laps left to go. Now Creek's going to have to figure out a way around John Booger here. He really doesn't need, though, to, because he could just sit there and stay behind him. John Booger taking the low side, letting Creek up around him. Colin Fern doing the same. Just kind of staying out of his way. White flag in the air. This is it, boys and girls. Your leader right now and your winner at Darlington, the number 42 of Jeffrey Creek. Coming in second place, Mike Rominger in the number 4 and the 81 of Matt Wirtz. He's going to finally come into the booth post-race for the post-race interview. And great job by Matt Wirtz. Great race all race long. Daniel T. Murphy picking up that 4th position. Ross Cato in 4th. Richie Evans in 6th. Stephen Mastro in 7th. Danny Sanchez in 8th. Good showing for Danny Sanchez. Had a couple rough weeks before. Jerome Howard in 9th, and Joel Hamilton taking the top 10 position. We'll be right back with post-race interviews right after this message from our sponsor.
DGVertec.net's goal is to provide you with a successful website presence. They have purpose-built their web servers successfully throughout the years. The stress testing has been done so that they can provide you with an enhanced web hosting technology that they design for using future standards today for tomorrow. They offer 24/7 support for all web hosting plans. Their team answers support tickets 24/7, so if you have a problem at any time, the agent will be more than happy to help you. If you're not satisfied with your service within 7 days, then you can get a full money-back guarantee, with a 99 uptime guaranteed as well, with plans for shared hosting starting at just $2.95. It's clear to see why DGVertec should be your choice for web hosting. Just go to www.dgvertec.net today, your web hosting solution.
And we are back here, and we're going to talk with our top 3 drivers for post-race interview. We're going to start with 3rd place, Matthew Wirtz. Matt, what's up, man? Great race all race long, staying up there in the top 3, top 5 all race long. You got into 2nd place for quite a while there, and looks like Rominger gave you the old bump and run, putting you back into 3rd. How'd you think the race went?
Well, I think the race went awesome. You know, going into this thing, I thought it was going to be a big wreck fest, but it turned out to be pretty clean compared to, previous races.
And I know you got that set up from Daniel, and that's what you've been using this whole time. I'm sure he's one of the ones you're going to have to thank.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely have to thank Daniel Murphy and my whole DHR team for the support with the setups at Darlington, because it took me a while to get a hold of this track, and man, once I got a hold of it, I was actually pretty fast.
Yeah, there was a couple of times where I thought you were going to challenge Creek for the lead. Creek just ended up being just a smidgen too fast for everybody in that Outlaw Target Chevrolet SS.
Man, he was fast. I know he was kind of pedaling it. He wasn't really pushing his car, trying to keep it clean all race. I know I was keeping identical times, but I know he was holding back because he's had a bad, fast car all weekend. And as far as Rominger goes, that was a hell of a lot of fun racing him in those last couple laps. I knew he was faster than me in 3 and 4, and I knew I was faster than him in 1 and 2, so we just had a good, clean battle for the end.
Well, congratulations on your 3rd place finish, Matt. Your best finish so far this season, correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
Well, it's good to see the other half of the Wirtz Brothers team getting up there for Dark Horse Racing. Mike Rominger bringing it home in 2nd place. What's up, my man?
What's going on?
Had a pretty good race car all day long. Tell us about the last few laps there.
Well, I think I had it set up for the long run because it just wouldn't go on the restarts. And I just settled in and started being smooth and kind of ran up on Matt again, and it was really, really fun racing him. It was good, clean stuff.
Well, it's definitely nice to see one of the veterans of No Limit Racing / RRO definitely back up in the top of things. Richie Evans wasn't able to finish the race today, but kept it out there as long as he could. You got anybody you want to thank, Mike?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my teammates at Fast 4 Motorsports, and thank you to William for giving us the base setup and then letting us tune to what we like. And Richie, he always pushes you hard in practice, so yeah, I'd like to thank them.
10-4, Mike, congratulations on getting second place. Jeffrey Creek, down in Victory Lane, champagne flying everywhere. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Holy?
So, that race, you kept it pretty clean all race long. There was a couple sticky moments where you got behind a couple of lap cars. Everybody doing a lot of give and take, though, tonight. The lap cars being very gracious, getting out of the way, letting the leaders do what they think, or do what they need to do. Tell us your thoughts on how the race went.
I think overall it went really good. I mean, I wasn't expecting so much give this race. It was kind of nice, actually, not worrying about getting wrecked. There was a couple times I had to check up real hard, but overall, I mean, it went pretty smooth. I mean, compared to, say, Martinsville or something, I really expected there to be a lot of wrecks, but I mean, we only had a couple cautions, so in my opinion, it went very good.
Yeah, 10-4, only 4 cautions. I'm used to saying them around 14. 4 cautions for 17 laps. 4 lead changes in this race out of 184 laps. I think that's a damn good night.
Yep, I'd say too.
Well, congratulations on the win. Who do you got to thank for this win here, Jeffrey?
Just you guys, RO, for putting on the races, and myself for putting a lot of practice in this week.
You definitely did, and you were there pretty much almost every practice. We're going to Richmond. What do you think?
I'm looking forward to it, man. I got a decent setup there, so I should be alright.
I definitely think it's going to be a lot harder of a fought battle there at Richmond, though, Jeffrey. But Mike, I wish you the best of luck. Everybody loves Richmond. Well, not everybody. I hate Richmond personally, but everybody seems to like Richmond. Good luck next week at Richmond. We're getting out of the broadcast booth. We're going to finish this broadcast up. You guys have a great night out there in YouTube land. We'll see you next week from Richmond International Speedway. You're watching Real Racing Online live on MW Productions. Remember, as always, to go to dgvertec.net. That's who we're sponsored by, and they are a great sponsor, and they help us out all week long with all our web hosting solutions and all your web hosting solutions. Go to dgvertec.net for the best in web hosting solutions. We'll see you next week.